Alright, yo, what is going on, guys? Husk here, and today I have a very crazy story to tell you guys. Now, I was planning on saving this story for a while. I kind of wanted to wait and save it for like a milestone, but I decided why not drop it now. I feel like this can kind of like get my channel started, you know. I feel like it'll probably hit sub boxes. But yeah, the gameplay I'm using in the background is just some of the Cold War alpha. I freaking love this game so far. If you guys are down to play with me, just hit me up on Twitter at Husk Solos. DM me or whatever you gotta do. I'll respond to you pretty quickly, and yeah. But yeah, without any further ado, let's hop right into it. So as you can tell from the title of the video, this is gonna be my first time getting high. The story starts off, this was on a Saturday. It was the day after we lost a tough rivalry football game, so I was not in a great mood. It was kind of my fault we lost. I got fucking mossed. But yeah, I hit up two of my friends. At the time of the story, I still wrestled, so I was still pretty good friends with some of the wrestlers. So these guys were like my best friends at the time. I was hanging out with them a lot. So yeah, I hit these guys up. Asked if they wanted to hang out, and they were down. So later in the day, I went to my buddy's girlfriend's house because that's where we were hanging out at the time, and we were just chilling in his basement. At this point in time, I still vaped, so we were just chilling in the basement, vaping, talking, doing whatever. And keep in mind, when I showed up, it was me, one of my friends, and my buddy's girlfriend. My other friend was running late. He still had to show up. But yeah, after we were chilling for a little bit, my other friend finally came and showed up. And when he came, he had a backpack, so I was kind of confused. Like, I knew he had something, but I didn't know what. And he walks downstairs, and he's got a battery or a mod, whatever you want to call it. And then he's got a dab cartridge. So if you guys don't know how that stuff works, basically a lot of people just refer to it as a dab pen. But basically, you have to, like, you buy the battery, and then you buy the carts too, and then the cart, like, screws into the battery. It's basically like a vape, but it's got THC in it, and it gets you, like, high as fuck. It's like all the concentrated oils and stuff from the marijuana, so it's in like an oily format. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it's really easy to use. It's really easy to get. I didn't really trust them back then. I mean, nowadays I guess they would be more trustworthy because the use of marijuana is legal where I live now. Now, you should always be smart with who you're buying these carts from, because most of these are fucking hot dog water. They're not verified by the FDA or any of that, so you really don't know what you're getting. There could be a lot of shit in here that is bad for you that you don't know what you're getting. And at the time of this story, weed wasn't legal in my state. Weed is legal now in my state, but at this time it wasn't then. I was very uneducated about it, so I don't really know too much what it was. But I wasn't really planning on doing it, because basically at this time, for some weird reason, I always thought that with like sports they can like drug test you and stuff, which they can't. The state themselves can't even drug test you for steroids anymore, which is kind of crazy. So some kid could just be fucking housed and they wouldn't know. But yeah, I didn't know this, so I thought that at any given moment I could be drug tested, and I was in the middle of my football season, so I was just like, oh yeah, guys, I won't be doing that. Like, I could get drug tested or something. I'm not gonna be doing that. They're like, all right, that's fine. Obviously, I was still gonna hang out with them, so like they were gonna smoke, I was just gonna hang out with them, and we were gonna go from there. So yeah, not too long after my other buddy shows up, we leave my buddy's girlfriend's house, and we start walking to this park in my city, because this is where they wanted to do the deed at. So yeah, we go to this park, and we're sitting in like a somewhat discreet area in case someone pulls up, so we like would have time to like run or put the shit away or whatever, so no one would see us. So my friends start doing it. They start hitting the dab, and then at that moment I was in such a bad mood from like losing our previous football game. I felt like shit. No one really peer pressured me into doing this, but I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do this. As soon as I like grabbed it, one of my friends was like, whoa, dude, I thought you said you weren't doing that. Like, they were looking out for me because they didn't want me to do some like stupid ass shit. But I just said like, fuck it, like I'll do it, whatever. So my buddy kind of explained to me like how it worked, like how I hit the shit, how long I should hold it, and blah 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 for like the best high. So I hold the button down, I start sucking it in, I hold it in for a few seconds, then I start slowly exhaling. And while I'm exhaling the smoke, I just start coughing my fucking lungs out. And at this point in time, I was so used to vaping and I didn't really know what to expect, so I thought like as soon as I hit the shit I was like gonna get high. So when it was like a few seconds after I hit it and I didn't get like high, I was like, oh, what, that's it? This is kind of fucking stupid. And I like drank my water, cleared my throat, and we went on. We started walking towards this Mexican restaurant. While we were like walking towards this Mexican restaurant, I started having a conversation with my buddy's girlfriend. She was asking for like my opinion on like what I thought about like athletes like smoking and stuff like that. And literally like mid-sentence while we were talking, I just start fucking laughing my ass off, like literally at nothing. I could not stop laughing, like uncontrollable laughter. And while I was walking, like I started to feel real weird. My best explanation for what it was like is basically it felt like I was dreaming. Like I couldn't really tell if I was like conscious or not. And I noticed like while I was walking on the sidewalk, it just like it felt really long even though the restaurant wasn't that far away. And it felt like the same like image was like replaying over and over in my head. But yeah, I was walking on the sidewalk and I eventually stopped laughing. Like it was like uncontrollable, but it eventually stopped. And it was really weird because I was just laughing at nothing. Like no one said anything funny. It just all of a sudden hit me and I just started fucking dying. But yeah, like I said, before I knew it, we were in the restaurant. My buddy's girlfriend like kind of had to like guide me because I was just so absolutely gone. Like I didn't really fucking know like what to do. So we walk in the restaurant and they like ordered some chips or whatever, and she was kind of guiding me like towards the table. She's like, come on over here, let's go. And I sit down and I just felt like extremely tired. I was just kind of chilled out, and when I sat down it was like kind of nice. I was kind of just vibing, but I was also tweaking extremely hard because basically I was in like the downtown area of my city, and that's kind of where like cops like chill around, like check things and just cruise around, especially on a Saturday night. So I was just extremely nervous that like a cop was just gonna pull up. I literally thought like the cops were after me, so I kept like looking out the window, looking around, looking behind me, like I was fucking tweaking. But yeah, I was basically like 10 times more stoned than everyone else there. Like they asked me like how I was feeling and I was just fucking gone. And I remember I kept like checking my phone, like the time, and the time was just moving by extremely slow. But yeah, eventually the chips and salsa that we ordered got to us, and I had the fucking munchies, so I was just going in on these. And here's the really weird part about this story. So when I was eating chips and salsa, like basically like say you buy a bag of chips, like every chip in that bag isn't gonna be like the exact same fucking shape and texture and all that. But when I was eating these chips, it literally felt like the same like video of me eating this one chip with like the same shape and shit. It felt like a video that was just replaying in my head over and over and over again. It was fucking trippy. And I was fucking like getting salsa all over the table and shit. I was just absolutely retarded. And now here's the part of the story that started tweaking me out the most. So my friends at the time were like friends with these other guys that were like kind of troublemakers, and they told them to like pull up, and my one buddy like told them on the phone that I was just absolutely gone. So when these guys pulled up and they like looked through the window and saw me, they could just tell I was absolutely stoned, and they just started laughing their fucking asses off. But yeah, these guys like pull up, they order their food and like sit down by us, and these guys like vaped too at the time, and these kids were just like hitting their vapes like in the middle of the restaurant. And this started like really making me tweak because like I was afraid like someone was gonna like tell the restaurant or like call the cops on these kids or something because they were like underage vaping, and I was so nervous that I was gonna like get in trouble. So literally just like out of nowhere, I put my phone in my pocket and I'm like, guys, I have to go. And I just got up and just ran out of the restaurant. And keep in mind, I left the bag that I had just chilling in the restaurant. I just completely forgot about it. I didn't have a ride home, so I just started running home. And my house was like 3 miles away. The way back to my house is by like a really busy street, so I'm just like running, looking behind me, like checking, because I thought like I was literally looking for cops. Like I thought the cops were after me. And I remember I was like cutting through like this park to like get to my house, and I was just so fucking lost. Like I had no idea where I was. I was kind of just going by my gut at this point. Like I thought I was gonna get lost. But yeah, finally I end up getting home. I was really lucky my mom wasn't home this night. She like went out to dinner, so she wasn't gonna like noticed that I was completely blasted when I got back. So yeah, I got home, I laid down in my bed, and I just crashed. I just fell asleep for like probably a good like 5 hours, and then I woke back up at like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was very hungry. And I noticed when I woke up, like I was still kind of high. But yeah, at this point I had kind of realized like I forgot my bag and shit at the restaurant. So I fell asleep. I got up the next morning, I biked to the restaurant, and I grabbed my bag. And when I got my bag back, I had noticed one of these fuckers had stolen my phone charger. Now, I knew it wasn't one of my good friends because, like, I was good friends with these guys at the time and they wouldn't do that to me. I actually knew exactly who it was. It was one of, like, their friends, the, like, troublemakers that pulled up. Like, I knew 1000% it was this kid. He was kind of just, like, a complete scumbag. He was just a dick. Like, I didn't really like this kid. And, like, I hit him up. I'm like, yo, dude, like, do you have my phone charger? And he just says no. Like, kid straight up like stole my phone charger and lied about it. Now I could have done something about this. Like, I could have stood my ground and like tried to get my charger back, but you know what, I just kind of let it go. I'm like, whatever, I'll just get a new charger, fuck this kid. But yeah, that's basically it for this story, guys. One thing I will say is like smoking can be a really enjoyable thing, but just make sure you educate yourself like about the effects, what it does to you. Make sure you're safe. Make sure you know who you're buying it from and they're a trustworthy person, because if that shit's illegal in your state or you're underage, like, you don't know what you're fucking buying. So just be safe. But yeah, put you guys' experiences in the comments below. I definitely want to check those out and read them. But yeah, that's been it for the story, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, that's been it. Peace.
Coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna win, yeah. LA BB, who we running with?